Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is one of the interview question asked in Collabera Digital. So question is like how to convert custom date into date format. So what is our custom date format is? See, it is like this. So these are all the numbers records provided in data frame. So we have three data frames and we have three columns in this particular data frame and each column has records in this format. And if you observe clearly, see here, initial is started with 0. Then we have 2, 4 is here. Then 0, 3, 1, 2. And if you clearly observe, if you exclude 0, 24. So 24 means 2024. Next 03, this is month, and 12 is the date. So this is the format our records are there. So to convert this kind of custom date format into timestamp format, so we have different methods. So in this first method, I'm doing with using substring and concat with help of to_date. So first what I'm doing, first I'm doing concat and on top of that I'm using to_date. So this is like manual parsing method. So first I'm importing required functions. So mainly concat _w to_date. And if you observe here, so here what I need to do, first I need to exclude this 0 and this is our year 24, but it should be like 2024, but it is 24 is there. So for that what I am going to do is I am concatenating 20 to this 24. So then it will generate year. So next I will extract these 2 digits. So that is month. Next these 2 digits, that is date. So for this, what I'm doing is first I'm doing concat and inside that I'm using lit 20 and call from first column. From first column, if you take first record, so I'm doing substring and I give an index 2, 2. So that means 2, 2 means, so here I mentioned clearly. So this is our actual string and I give an index for this. So it's starting with 1 to 7. So subtract 2, 2. So that means 2, 2 means this is initial position. So here our index initial position is 2. So that means it will start from 2. So that is our first index. And from first index, how many characters we need to extract? That is 2. So that is, this is one first character and this is second character. So that means it will extract 24. So this meaning is it will give you output as 24. So since we need year 2024, so I am using here lit 20 and this 20 and this 24 I am doing concat. So now what I will get is 2024. So first I will get year 2024. Next we need year in the form of this one. We need to separate it by this one. So for that I'm using concat_w and each and every of the function I need to divide with this operator. Okay, so for that I'm using concat_ws. So now we discussed how to extract year 2024. So that we got here and this separator will come. Next, it will extract month. So how it will extract from column D1 by using subtract 4, 2. So we'll see what is 4, 2. Subtract 4, 2. So our starting position is 4. That means index is 4. So that is, this 0 is the first position. So from here, I want to extract two characters. This is first character and this is second character. So that means 03 is the month. So this is 03. So here we are getting 03. Next, call D1 subtract 6 comma 2. So if you see here 6, our initial position is 6, that means that is this one and that is 1. So this is our initial position. So from here I want to extract two characters. So 1, 2. So that means 12 we'll get. Our day is 12. Okay. So like this, it will convert the custom date format into our actual date format. And on top of this, see, up to here we got this one. What we'll get? We got this number. Okay, but this is in the string format. Since we are doing concat, and this is string format. But if you see at the final, we have this date. Our data type is date. And you can see here also. See, our initial D1 is string format. Okay, so after doing all this up to here, we'll get this number, but this is string. Since this is string, this also string. But what we need is, we need in this date format. So for that, I'm applying to underscore date, and I want in this format. So year, month, date. So first I'm getting year, month, date. Okay, so to convert string to date format, I'm using to underscore date. So, and it applicable for all the records. So here I shown only on top of D1 column. So similar approach you can do for D2 and D3 column also. And there is one more thing, here we have 0. So here what will happen, see this one now, for 0, what it do is, first it will do this concat and all, but and finally if you come to 2 underscore date, two underscore date, what it does is, if it is not matching this format, then what it generate is null. That's why for 0 we are getting null here. So this is about first approach by using 2 underscore date. So here 2 underscore date, subtract concat, can say concat underscore w. So this is manual approach, manual parsing. Next we'll see one more method. So one more method is by using Unix underscore timestamp and from underscore timestamp. So this we'll see how we can handle by using this. Okay, so before going this approach, first we will understand what is Unix underscore timestamp and from underscore Unix time. So from underscore Unix time. So what it does is, it will convert this kind of format into timestamp format. So by default, it returns in this format: year, month, date, hour, minute, second. And what is this format is, this is number, long integer, and this is the timestamp value in Apache format, that is Unix time. It is in seconds. So if this digit is 10 digit number, then it can be considered as timestamp value, it is in seconds. Suppose this number it is in 13 digit, then you can consider this as a timestamp in milliseconds. But if you see here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 digit number. Okay, so it is in timestamp in seconds. So this is about from underscore Unix time. And if you see here, so before that, first we need to understand Unix underscore timestamp. So this one, what it does is, so it will convert into reverse opposite way. Suppose you have date format. You have date format in this format. Suppose if you see here, this is year 2014. Next month is there. Next date is there. So if you have string date format like this, then you can convert into Unix timestamp format. That is like this. So timestamp in seconds format. Sorry. So Unix underscore timestamp. So here first what it is so here I try to explain in different ways. So first way, what I'm doing, so this is as it is same as our previous approach. So first I'm getting date underscore string, see like this. So from this record, I'm getting this one. So 0 is excluded, and for 24, I'm concatenating 20 and 0312. So here I'm getting string format. So that is this one, this sort of first line of code. Okay. And we will see other format also. So for easy understanding, I'm doing like this separate. So first we saw this one. So that is our this column. So next, what I'm doing is on top of this column. So that means after converting like this by using like this. So on this particular record, what I am doing, I am applying Unix underscore timestamp. So here, what we understand, Unix underscore timestamp means if you have date format like this, year, month, date, then it will convert to Unix uh, timestamp value in seconds. So if you see here, this particular record, it convert into seconds format, timestamp in seconds format. See here, all the records it converted like this. So, but here 20, so it is not matching to this particular format. So it generating null here. And if you see here, Unix underscore timestamp on this particular column for each and every record. And I define this format also. See here, 2024, that is year, 4 wise. And 03. 03 is month, that is 2 M's. Next, 2 T's, that is 1, 2. So all these records it converted into seconds. And if you see this data type, see here past date underscore UT. So now this is long data type and date underscore string. So this one is string data type. And finally, this one is timestamp format. So here what I will do is, so now we'll saw this one. So first what I did step by step, first I got extracted date format from this like this. Then I applied Unix underscore timestamp to convert to timestamp in second format. And on top of that, see up to here, that is this one. So that means this column, okay, this column. And on top of this record, I'm using from underscore Unix time. So now what it doing from underscore Unix time, it converting timestamp of seconds into proper timestamp format. So if I use from underscore Unix time and I'm mentioning format, this particular format, okay, this one. And finally, I'm using cached. So why I'm doing here cached is, if you see here, By default, it will get string format. To convert to date format, I given date dot to date. And this one is I'm converting to timestamp format. So this one, it will give you date format, and this it will give you timestamp format. So here, cast of date format. So this particular timestamp of seconds, it is converted into date format. If you see here, date. And here what I'm doing, this entire thing. So that means up to here, this much, the result is this one. So timestamp of seconds, I'm converting into timestamp format by using from underscore Unix time. If you see here, it come in timestamp format. So this is date, T, and this is time. So this is a second method by using Unix underscore timestamp and from underscore timestamp. So next we'll go for how to use to underscore date with directly. So here in this method, what I'm doing is, so first what I'm doing is, since we have 0 at one record, what I want to do is I want to filter by using when condition. So this is my date underscore string. So this one, so here what I'm giving condition is call of D1. So in this particular column, it has to pick only if it is not equal to 0. So since it is here 0 is there, so it won't consider. So directly it will generate null here. So it will consider only not equal to 0. So that means only this many records it will consider. So since this condition is satisfying for these first 6 records, then it will do this concat. So this method is again same as discussed in first method. So that result is this one, date underscore string. So this column, that is this one. So year, month, date. And next, on top of that, what I'm trying to do is, so here I'm using to underscore date format. So on this date string, I'm using to underscore date, and to into underscore date, I need to define this format. This particular record is in which format exactly. So if you see here, year, month, date. So if I define like this, then to underscore date format, it will convert into its own default format. So like this, year, special character 2024:03:12. So like this. So this is conversion of string date format into date format. So this is one more method. So here I given explanation. So column is not equal to 0. So that means this one. So this we already discussed, like, so if 0 is there, so it means it will consider only records which is not equal to 0. So that means first 6 records. So all this explanation I given here, you can go through this. So next, what exactly does is, so this is our actual record. So in this, we don't require 0. So first we are extracting only this one, and later we are converting to this. So this is what we are doing currently now. And next, our approach is handling non-date values. So non-date values means, so here in this method, what I'm doing is I'm using this or like method. So in this or like method, what I'm doing is I given when condition. Initially, I'm applying on column D1 and or like, and this is not equal to. So not equal to 0 to 9, and I given 7. So all the numbers, So it has to pick only 7-digit numbers. So if you see here in our record, so 2, 4, 6, 7. So 7 records are there, 7 digits. Okay, so it will pick only 7-digit numbers. Then I'm using to underscore date. So this is again same. So this concat is same as we discussed earlier. So what it does is it will give you string date format. That string date format, it will convert by into date format by using to underscore date. So that we saw here. So this string date format, it converted to date format. So this works similar way. So only difference is here I used or like. So I given by using when condition, filter condition. So it will pick only 7-digit numbers. That is the difference. So next method is, so here I give an explanation. What is this meaning? So this ensures the value is exactly 7 digits. So 0 will be skipped. So next call of D1 substring. So this we already discussed in our first method. So this explanation is same. So next our approach is by using to underscore date and substring. So here what I'm doing, here I'm created one function, convert underscore date underscore fields. So in this I'm passing my data frame and column names. So these column names I'm iterating by using for loop, and inside that I created df with column, and I'm giving column name as call name. And so this condition here, what I'm giving, first I'm giving when condition. So here two conditions I'm giving. So in our previous approach, we given this condition. So call of call name. That means our first column, D1 column is not equal to 0. Okay, so here I'm giving two conditions together. So one is column is not equal to 0, and similar way column dot r like, and this one not equal to 0 to 9, 7. So that means 7 digits. So after that, once it filters, I'm using to underscore date function. So this again same. See here up to here, from here to here, this is same. In previous method we saw how to convert by using to underscore date format. So here only difference is here I'm applying these two conditions together. If you see in previous method, I used only or like. So here in when condition, I used only or like. But if you see in previous method, I given when condition call is not equal to 0. So here what I'm doing, these two conditions together I'm doing here. So here these two conditions I'm doing together. So what I'm doing in other condition. So here in when condition, I given these two conditions together, and in otherwise condition, I given lit none. So that means if these both conditions is not satisfying, I want to print as null. Okay, so now I'm calling this function. This function I'm calling, and I'm passing my actual data frame and my column names I'm passing here. So here I'm doing that. So this is my function name and my actual data frame is this one, and columns. So these columns I defined at the starting. So what is the column names? So here I defined columns. So D1, D2, D3. So once I pass these two parameters here to this function, and if I try to display, see here all three columns it got converted. So earlier we have it started with zeros. So we have in this format. See here all these three columns. It is in string format and it started with 0 and it is like this. YY, MM, DD. So all these three columns, it converted into C, it is in date format. And you can check here also, see all this converted from string to date data type, and it converted to proper date format. See here, year 4 wise, month, date. So proper date format, it converted. So here you can check what regex do is it will check to ensure only 7-digit numbers are passed. So suppose why I given condition this is, so anyhow we have only digits. Suppose in case if you have any other characters, some extra characters are there, then I want to filter only these 7-digit numbers. So that is the meaning of this regex, to ensure only 7-digit numbers are processed. So 7-digit numbers processed, then only this logic will work, like substring. So these three substrings will work. Then concat. Okay, so this logic will work only after extracting 7-digit numbers. So in otherwise condition, since we given null, so it will give null for invalid entries. So here I given lit none, so it will generate null for invalid entries. So mainly for this kind of records 0. So for this particular interview question, like converting custom date to proper date or timestamp function. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.